Hey guys, Angel here. Almost forgot to make this video, so it's late at night, past my bedtime, but I'm here. Let's talk about meal prep. Okay, so this is my menu. I make sure to have this out, obviously. Like I showed you yesterday, I'm a super simple eater, so I am doing tons and tons of repeat. I am a big believer in meal prep. It's going to make your life so much easier. While you're prepping your food, you might not be a huge fan of it, but I'm telling you, you're going to be glad you did. Like I said before, every single morning I have cottage cheese and strawberries. So let's first of all, shoot, they might actually be in the wash. But I obviously make sure that I have my containers out. I just grabbed 2 of them. The rest are in the wash because I already used them and I already did my meal prep. But get all your containers out. And then get out your food. I have cottage cheese and strawberries perfectly measured in these containers in the fridge, ready to go for the entire week. I also have cottage cheese. This is not cottage cheese. Steel cut oats. I made a big batch, so I've got, again, a perfectly yellow measured container for every day this week. I just pull it out and microwave it for a minute, and it's perfect. I throw my peanut butter on top of it, a little bit of cinnamon. Easy and delicious. I also, I just wanted to grab all of them, have a bunch of spinach, perfectly measured out and ready to go. So I can stick one of these in my shake. I stick one of these in with my sweet potatoes and ground turkey, which I also have all of my ground turkey. Again, in a container, ready to go. The whole idea is just prepping all of the food and measuring all the food and putting it in containers so that when it's time to eat, you can just grab it and go. So let me just walk you through my menu and how I meal prep, basically. Morning, you already saw my cottage cheese and strawberries. I actually should be having cucumbers with those, which I still need to cut up. But cut those up, measure them. The green is the same size as the purple, by the way, but in case, whatever. And then I have a teaspoon of peanut butter. No big deal. Recover half a banana after my workout. That's easy. I've got a whole bunch of bananas right over here. I don't need to like measure those out or anything because obviously that's a really quick one. Steel cut oats. You saw my steel cut oats. They're already ready to go. I just nuke them for a minute and they're delicious. And I have that with bell pepper, which again, when I'm meal prepping, I just cut up all my bell pepper, put them in little bags. We'll measure them and then put them in little bags and I can grab it and eat it. And deli turkey, that one, I was for a while sticking them in their actual bags, like 5 or 6 slices of deli turkey equals 1 serving. I mean, that meal at 8:30 in the morning, I'm always home, so it's not that big of a deal and not time consuming for me to just pull out the 5 slices from the actual package, if that makes sense. 11:30, that's when I have my ground turkey, which is already cooked, and my spinach, which is already measured out and in a bag, and my sweet potato, which is also already cooked and measured out in a bag. I throw all of those just in a little pan on the oven, cook them up, they get nice and hot, I mix them all together, it's delicious. So that's my 11:30 meal. And then again, peanut butter. I swear, peanut butter is like my dessert. I just get a teaspoon of peanut butter, like with the steel cut oats, it's mixed in, but other than that, I'm literally just eating it. Shakeology. This one I don't really need to do a lot of meal prep for either. I've already got my spinach, which goes in my Shakeology. Let's talk about Shakeology for a second, actually. Make sure that you're not just mixing Shakeology with some water and like shaking it in your shaker cup. You're going to hate us, and you're going to think we're frauds when we tell you that it's delicious, because that is not delicious. I blend my Shakeology with water, spinach, half a banana, and some peanut butter, and then ice. The ice makes it nice and thick. It really is like a milkshake, okay? So that's how I have my Shakeology. That's my 2:30 meal. And I also have that with a piece of whole grain toast and half of like fourth of an avocado. So again, I can't really prep that. I don't want the avocado to go bad, so I just throw it together. It's not a big deal. 2:30 is a time that I'm always home. It's right before I go to pick up my kids, so I literally eat all that and then go get my kids. But having the spinach at least is, you know, that's a little bit of prep that I can do. Now my dinners, I mean, I think I told you guys this the other day. I don't necessarily prep all of my dinners for the week, but I do have leftovers. So whenever I make a meal, I know that the next day my food is already ready for me. So like, for example, if I make fish with brown rice, asparagus, and my oil-based dressing, I've already got that made. Like, I'm going to make that one night and then make sure that I have enough for the next night and just put that in a container. And then the next night, the kids can have, you know, tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches while I just heat up my leftovers. And I have a perfectly portioned meal ready to go. That's how I do it. Chicken, salads, that's one of my favorite dinners. It's quick, it's easy, and that's something that I can actually, when I'm grilling up our chicken, I can just grill up a lot of it. Cut it up, measure it up, I put it in baggies, and I actually like my chicken cold on my salads, so it's not like I even have to heat that up. That's basically it, you guys. It's really just, it's not that hard. I think I spent a long time, including after I started my Beachbody journey, thinking that meal prep was hard. It's time consuming. So it is very important that when you are looking at your week and you're planning out your week, you're also planning out time to meal prep. Lately, my Sundays have been much busier than normal, but I was using Sundays as my meal prep time. So Saturdays, I do my grocery, like by Friday, I have my menu all written out and ready to go. Saturday, I do all of my shopping, and Sunday, I do my meal prep so that on Monday, the beginning of the week, I'm ready to hit the ground running. I know that I've got my breakfast in there ready for me to go. I know I've got my food measured and I can just grab and eat. That's really what meal prep is all about, food prep. Do it. I really encourage you guys to just jump on the bandwagon and give it a go. I was like, honestly, I don't know why, but I was afraid that like maybe the food would go bad or like it's fine. You know, I mean, meats, obviously, you don't want to keep it in there for 2 weeks. like, eat it when you're planning on eating it. Prep it for a couple of days ahead of time and then call it good. But meal prep is huge. Meal prep has been a lifesaver. Meal prep is why I have been as successful on my current program as I have been. It's the best I've eaten in the past 5 years that I've done Beachbody, and I know it's because I'm prepping my food. I haven't been perfect. In fact, it's Wednesday as I'm making this video, and not all of my food is prepped for the week. I'll be perfectly honest. I did a bunch of it this afternoon. You've seen what I've done. I've got most of my breakfasts and a bunch of my earlier meals ready to go, and obviously my Shakeology meal is an easy one. But my point is, just jump in and do it. Plan for an hour or two to be prepping your food. You can do a lot of things at the same time. Like I had steel cut oats over here cooking while I was doing my spinach and chopping up bell pepper and some other things. So it's just make the time. That's all it really is. If you are a simple eater, if you are planning on a simple menu, which again I suggest you do, then it won't be hard. You're not buying a bunch of different crazy kinds of foods. You're buying like bell peppers for every single day and cucumbers for every single day and spinach for every single day, and you're eating the same yummy, healthy, wholesome foods. So just prep it all up, get it ready to go, and you'll be set. I promise you will thank me and you'll thank yourself when you have prepped your food, because man, your nutrition is going to be so much easier. So much easier to stick with. If you have any questions, let me know. And get excited, guys. Just a few more days till we start.